This week, we're reading Hot for Slayer by Ali Hazelwood, otherwise known as The Entomologist and the Exterminator.
Hi, readers. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Katie.
And welcome to Not Another Heroine, the book pod where we celebrate the heroines we love
and roast the ones we don't. We'll be your TBR FGMs.
Fairy godmothers.
And find you the best 5-star reads, the spiciest romance, and save you from the overhyped DNFs.
So grab your favorite drink and get cozy. Welcome to Season 3. I have a hot take. I think Ali Hazelwood is the Taylor Swift of publishing.
Whoa! I actually feel like that's not as much of a hot take as I was originally. Upon further
palatable to a wide variety of audiences.
Wow.
Pretty commercialized because it's like she knows what to put in her books and she knows how to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And sell it. And we just keep eating it up. And she's producing books like 5 times a year.
Yeah, dude.
Taylor Swift is doing, album after album. You can't do that many good albums in a row. Like, bullshit, you can't.
Watch me. Wow. I don't know what to do with that information. I feel like, though, that there's some sort of, non-quantifiable difference. Because, Ali Hazelwood has been doing the Lord's work when it comes to bringing the Omegaverse into the mainstream. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's definitely some kind of entity's work.
Okay, but stay with me here on this front. Because Taylor Swift started out as a country singer. And she stayed in her country lane. And then she got a little traction. And then she's like, I'm going to dip my toe into something new that might broaden my audience. And then she started doing pop music. Ali Hazelwood did contemporary romance, and then she's like, I'm going to dip my toe into something new and try a little bit of paranormal romance. Then she came out with Bride, and now she's fucking killing it with Bride and Mate and Hot for Slayer.
Yeah. Whoa. I do not have the brain capacity to handle the metaphors, dichotomies, whatever word you
All that to say, readers, we're talking about Hot for Slayer, Ali Hazelwood.
Yeah.
And we love it.
Scared, sexy. I love that. That's how I feel right now. I'm a little bit scared, but I'm still sexy.
I have mixed feelings, though, about how this book became a book, I think, with the whole Amazon original thing.
Yeah.
Because Amazon owns everything. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Prime member.
Yeah.
I want my books instantly, and I have bowed down to the gods of, capitalism to get my books.
Yep.
But I still feel a little something about it.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. And I had a whole conversation with my partner about the whole Amazon Kindle Unlimited thing, where you pay authors per page read, not necessarily downloads of your book. And that's how the authors get paid. And he was bamboozled by that. And I still feel yucky about it. But how else? It's so economical. Otherwise I'd be spending $300 fucking on books every single month, and instead it's $12.99 or something. And I hate it, but what
also, Amazon started out as a bookseller.
Really?
Yeah. That was how they started. They were selling books.
What the fuck? Why did I not know?
That's why Kindle as a e-readers were their first big tech thing.
Whoa.
So I kind of feel a little bit of loyalty,
yeah,
you were a bookseller who made it big. Okay, cool, bro.
Wow. Except now they're ruining the world. We're gonna be blacklisted. I will say, though, I enjoy that this is the becoming a thing, because maybe it was Carissa Broadbent who did one of them. What was the one that we were surprised was so good? The vampire one. Conqueror.
Oh, Slaying the Vampire Conqueror.
Yeah, because that was part of a series, wasn't it? Of novella. Or am I thinking about something else?
No. That was definitely a slaying. All the covers were similar. They were all kind of cheesy, campy.
Yeah,
but still good.
Yeah, I love that this is becoming a thing, because I already added 2 of the books in the series to my TBR.
And also well-known authors, because you said Christina Lauren.
Yeah, Christina Lauren has a book, Falling, and then Ruby Dixon has one, Space Vampire, which I am going to. And then Katie Robert.
Yep.
Yeah.
Katie Roberts, I think, does a little bit more explicit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
If I'm remembering correctly.
She did one called Beautiful Nightmare. And then there's a couple other that I don't recognize the names in.
Readers, we're filling some time because this is a novella. There's not a whole lot of plot to talk about.
Yeah.
But it is good, and it is Halloween week, so
yeah. Which is funny because Halloween happens in the book.
It's a fitting story.
Yeah, honestly. I think before we go into the plot, though, we should lay the groundwork for our discussion of similar books so that as we're going through the plot, you'll be like, wait a second.
Okay. First off, if you like the Van Helsing movie, because Katie, that is one of your biblical formation movies, right?
That it was. Everyone in the movie's hot, which not fair.
Okay, wait. So I think I saw romantasy subreddit post with like stills from that movie.
Oh.
And it's her. What's the girl's name? The lead actress.
Oh, I could not.
Stunning. But she's dancing with Dracula.
The vampire, yep.
Oh my God.
Dude.
I just want to read the book that is those pictures. Because she's like in a ball gown and he's like pure Dracula, long hair, frock coat, and like, oh.
Yep. Yeah. Imagine that movie coming out when you're like 13, 14.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude.
So Van Helsing is a movie like similar. That's your similar book, but really like closer to the plot. Underworld, which has Kate Beckinsale in it. Isn't she in Van Helsing? Isn't that?
I'm almost positive. What the fuck?
Maybe she's got a type for roles.
Good for her. I mean, that's who I imagine when I think of Mercy from Ali Hazelwood's Bride. So just like a younger version. Oh my God, yeah, she's in Van Helsing.
Okay, well.
Because she did Underworld in 2003 and then Van Helsing in 2004.
Good for her.
Good for her.
So this is your Underworld, Van Helsing, but Disney.
Yeah, with like a touch of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
A little bit. Yeah. It's just a little cheesy, but you just suspend belief and you're here for it.
Yeah. I feel like if you grew up reading Buffy fan fiction, this is the book for you. Like this is your calling.
And this is also, if you have read Bride by also Ali Hazelwood, then Misery. This is Misery, but darker, older, and a little bit more jaded.
Yeah. I would also say a little bit more approachable because I feel like in novella length, you mentioned it during one of your picks of the week about it, another novella, like you can't do too much with the plot and you have to use the like flashbacks. But I think you have to also make the main character kind of palatable because you have like less time to like prove that there's someone like worth being invested in. Because I feel like she's very just like a girl's girl, like kind of not a Mary Sue necessarily, but like, you know what I mean? She's like a downtrodden, tired of being old Mary Sue. I don't know if that's controversial.
I don't know if I feel like Mary Sue is like the goody two shoes, and
yeah. But you know what I mean, though? Like a Bella character, maybe. Like a self-insert, not a ton of particularness to
like,
her.
As much as you can self-insert on a character who's over 1,000 years old and has, like, killed people.
Yeah.
But that's Ethel is our heroine here in this book. And so I guess we can get back into the plot.
Yeah, yeah.
So Ethel is a vampire. She's been a vampire for a long time. She was a human one time, way back. She was like daughter of a poor farmer, and her parents dropped her off at a convent and said, "Have fun,
good luck." And this is like medieval convents,
exactly, like 500
yeah,
the year,
just 500.
And so she was at the convent, and then you learn this later on in the book. But basically, the way she became a vampire, warriors, berserkers, like bad people came to the convent and were like assaulting and raping the nuns and the women there. And so she threw herself out of a window to kill herself, and she didn't die. But a vampire who was like strolling on by was like, "You look tasty.
Is there a party here that I didn't know about?"
And I guess the way that vampires work in this world is that, you know, it's not a guaranteed, like, you drink, like, I drink your blood, you drink my blood, bam, you're a vampire. It's, like, not guaranteed every time. It's very hard to create vampires. It's just kind of like, if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So
good luck.
That's kind of how she came to being. And as vampires exist, there's not very many of them, but they're also always in competition with each other. It's like lone wolves staking territory. And so, like, thou shalt not enter another vampire's territory, otherwise they will kill you.
Yep.
And so she's been kind of running around the world trying to like stake a claim on like a piece of land. Like, all right, I'm just going to hunt here. I'm going to hunt criminals and bad guys because I still feel a little human and I don't want to drink like a child's blood.
Fair.
Ew. But meanwhile, there is a society, a guild, if you would like to call it like that, of vampire hunters. And they are also immortal and they have special powers.
Aha.
And our boy Laszlo is a vampire hunter, and he has been dedicated to murdering her entire, I don't know, vampire line. Yeah. So he's been chasing her around the world over the course of centuries. And that's kind of where we kick off.
Yep. Yeah. So they're in like a warehouse kind of thing, and she is held in a chair, and the son is about to like come and get her, and she's like, well, this is the end. I've been around for a bajillion years, but I guess this asshole got the best of me. And it's a vampire who like moved in, and she's like, oh, he's nothing to worry about. I won't like bother him. And he decided to bother her.
So this is the weird but fun part, because vampires can't die. Like, you really have to let them burn to death in the sun, like every single part of their body. Because even if you decapitate them, their tiny little head's going to grow back.
I'm like, do-do-do.
We're here still. She has been living in New York City for several decades. She has an apartment. She's got ferns. She's good.
She's established.
Right? And then, like, young vampire moves in. He's like, nah, man, this is my park, and I'm going to eat you. And then she thinks she kills him and doesn't, and so he attacks her, straps her to a chair, and is trying to burn her to death.
Yep.
But
Laszlo's like, if anyone's gonna kill you, it's gonna be me.
He football tackles her and throws her out of the patch of sunlight, and he's covering her with his body, and she's like, this is a change in plot.
Okay, interesting. And then I think there's like one more face-off with the baddie vampire, but during the events, baddie vampire is vanquished, they think. And then Laszlo bumps his head a little bit harder than anyone thought he did.
Concussed.
Very concussed.
And he wakes up with absolutely no memory of who he is, the fact that he's thousands of years old and is a vampire hunter, that she is in fact a vampire. He just thinks, hello, I'm in New York and this is weird.
I think I know my name. Who are you? And she's like, this is a fucking elaborate joke.
She's like, do I kill you while I have the chance? Because this is awfully convenient.
Yeah, but she feels bad.
And so she's like, well, I can drop you off at the hospital. He's like, I don't want to do that. So she takes him back to her apartment. And throughout the course of the story, we get flashbacks to like times over the centuries where they've met each other. And we get this flashback to where they met in Berlin, like in 89.
Yeah. All of the Berlin Wall.
Yeah, that one.
They do a news interview together, and he like stabbed her, and she's just casually like covering up the wound, and she's like, my honey, how are you? He's like, God damn it, bro.
Because humans can't know that, you know, vampires and vampire hunters exist, so that's a thing. But what's really fascinating, I love the way Ali Hazelwood did this, is that he wakes up, despite his memory being gone, knowing that Ethel is important to him. And like, she's like, we're enemies for real, like business rivals. She's trying to spin this kind of thing.
like entomologist.
Yeah, like I'm a bug doctor and you're like a bug exterminator, and like we have never gotten, like, that is the legitimate story that she spins up for him.
I just love the fact that the whole time Laszlo's like, sure, honey. Yes, I am a bug killer and I have no equipment, no phone, no website. And she's like, yeah,
totally. And he's like, how do I know where every single escape plan in this room is? How do I know how to use a knife? How do I know how to kill you? Like, I know all of these things, and I also know that you are not my enemy. And this is a recurring theme, like as he's trying to recoup his memory, and she's like, yeah, it's okay, we're like enemies, business rivals, and he's like, no, we're not.
Yeah,
I know we're not. And as the reader, it's fun because you know what he means, but you're sitting in Ethel's head and she has no idea what he means. And she's like, he's acting kind of weird. This is awkward. How do I get rid of him? But she's also feeling like the twinges of like, oh, he's hot and tattooed. So
oh no, this is the longest conversation we've had and I kind of like him.
But there's also, like, cute interactions where she takes him back to her apartment, and she doesn't eat, but he does.
Yep.
And he's like, "I'm hungry." She's like, "I haven't made mac and cheese in, like, 200 years." So
Let me give it a try.
So she's trying to cook food for him, and it is not going well.
Yeah. I also love the fact that they fall asleep on the couch together, but she doesn't sleep, so she just hangs out there for, like, 6 hours. Dude.
It's very cute, like, TV rom-com
Mhm.
coded, I think, on this.
I don't even know how does he tell her? Because there's a point that he's like, "No, I don't feel bad feelings for you. I feel
Good things.
good."
More than good
And
things.
she's like, "Oh my god."
Hard things.
I feel like it's just, like, they have a conversation. Doesn't he, like, he's like, "Okay, this has gone on long enough, like, I'm not a fucking entomologist."
It's like he figures out that what the story she has told him is not true, but he still doesn't know quite what the truth is.
Mhm.
I think there's another, like, he gets knocked out again or, like, a bump in the head, and he
Oh.
wakes up, he's like, "All right, I'm back."
Yeah. And then she's like, "Okay, what do you remember?" And he's like, "I remember everything, including that I love you." And she's like, "Excuse me?"
You've been chasing after me, trying to kill me for, like, 1,000 years, and, like, now you're confessing?
Yep. But then he's like, "No, I haven't been working for the vampire hunters for the last, like, couple hundred
Mhm.
years. I thought what they were doing was yucky, and I'm retired." And she's like, "I don't think that vampire hunters retire." And he's like, "I did. I killed anybody that came for me, and then they just stopped." And it's like, "Okay."
He's kind of a meathead a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's adorable.
Yep, yeah.
And you get flashbacks throughout the story because this is the extent of the plot, which
Mhm.
is, like, vampire tries to kill her, our hero gets knocked out, and it's, like, them navigating an amnesia plot until, like, the memories come back. That's all this is.
Yes.
But throughout that, you get the flashbacks throughout the times in history where they've interacted, and we get this really cool flashback where she's at, like, a 1960s lounge, and she's doing karaoke night or something.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about that. She's in, like, go-go boots.
Yeah, she's singing, having a great old time, and then she sees him in the crowd, and at this point in history, you know that he's given up vampire hunting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, why did I not? Whoa!
So
Oh my god.
so for the last 400 years, he's been trying to get close to her, not to kill her, but to be like, "I'm attracted to you. Can we date?" And she doesn't know that. She just thinks every time he pops up, he's trying to murder her. So she is singing in a 1960s, like, music lounge doing karaoke night, singing, like, this love song, and she spots him in the crowd, thinks he's gonna murder her. In fact, he's there because he wants to date her, and she's like, "I'm gonna dedicate this song to my lover boy over there." And she does it jokingly, but he just watches her the whole time
Yeah.
and, like, doesn't try to kill her or anything because he's, like, probably secretly like, "I love you too."
Oh my god. I apparently did not actually consume the words that I was reading because I did not realize that at that point he was not a vampire. Oh, honey, I
So
didn't know that.
this is something that Ali Hazelwood does, like, throughout her books, which is she puts these Easter eggs, like, throughout where, like, you get a flashback, and unless you're paying attention to what happened before and the information you were given, like, those flashbacks are way more significant.
Yeah.
Kinda like in Alchemized, where if you read part 1, there's all these, like, single line drops where, like, if you know, you know, and, like, that's a reference to something that happens in part 2 and part 3, but if you don't know, you're like, "Oh my god, like, what does
Yeah.
this actually mean?"
Yeah. Well, it's like the beginning of Mate and Bride, how she has the little, like, chunks from the other person's perspective, but, like, out of time.
Mhm.
And it's only after you know that they are together that you're like, "Oh, this is him, like, fucking, like, pining the whole time."
The whole time.
Wow. Ali Hazelwood, good for you, girl.
She delivers every time.
I will say, the whole time I was reading this book, though, I was getting flashbacks to The Secret Life of Addie Larue by V.E. Schwab, like, almost distractingly. And, like, I enjoyed Hot for Slayer. Like, it was a lot of fun. It was, like, Buffy-coded, vampires, whatever. They have their cute little, like, "Oh, we're just both old, but we like to enjoy the, like, single moments of life, and, like, it's fine living forever because we just enjoy, like, the silly things." But, like, Secret Life of Addie LaRue is, like, almost the opposite because she makes a deal with some kind of, like, entity, and then she lives forever, and then she's like, "Okay, like, I'm kinda, like, done with this shit. Can we, like, wrap this up?" And he's like, No, you have to stay forever so that I can just, like, come and visit you, and we can have these little moments where we connect throughout history and have, like, dinners together, and you hate me because you don't wanna be alive all the time, but, like, I love you, and it's, like, this very, like, existential, more, like, fiction, and so every time I would, like, start to get into Hot for Slayer, I was like, "Oh, yeah, Secret Life of Addie LaRue." It was a very weird, like, I got deja vu, like, the whole book.
I have not read Addie LaRue,
It's, like, not romantic-y.
which is why I haven't read it because,
Yeah.
when confession time, I have confessed this before.
Ooh.
Mhm. I read the endings first. I love
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So I will consistently open the back of a book and see how it ends. You can kinda get a good sense of, like, is this happy or not?
Yeah.
And I did not get good vibes off of Addie LaRue.
I think it's one of those, like, unspecified but implied sad.
Don't love that at all.
Yeah, it's a lot more like fiction than romantasy, but, like, the vibes of it that they'd been alive for so long and their, like, little parallel existences kind of, like, intersect at key moments, that's, like, straight out of The Secret Life of Addie LaRue. But it's hard because that's a trope. Because, like, how do you make that into something new? Because I mean, everything's like a what is your
Everything is
motto?
everything is derivative. Music, art, everything.
So, I mean, there's no way that you can make it not, but I will say, surprised of how visceral the, like, deja vu was
Hmm.
the whole time.
Well, you had the same thought. So, I think last year or maybe the year before, I did Pick of the Week on Peaches and Honey by R.A. Raeta.
Mhm.
And same thing, which is just, two people chasing each other through the centuries of their immortal existence.
Mhm. Oh, that's cute. Whoa. Jordan's out here, like, penning literature, Jesus Christ. I was not ready for that.
Oh, what does half a bottle of wine do
Oh
for
my
me?
god.
Literature.
Wow. Yeah, that's the premise of Hot for Slayer.
But it's fun. Like,
It's
it's
cute.
low
Yeah.
low threat, low investment. Like, if
Mhm.
you hate it, no worries. It's only 90 pages.
Yeah. There's something about it though, because it's still, like, rom-com-y silly, like, we have the, like, mac and cheese episode, and then she's like, "I need to, like, pretend that I'm just not hungry right now because I don't eat, and I'll, like, barf if I even, like, touch food." So there's, like, these funny moments, but they're, like, juxtaposed with these, like, very existential dread, but, like, not dread, where you're like, "I've been alive for a millennia, and I just enjoy the sound of children laughing." And it's like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
there's way more going on here than
Yeah.
you really want to acknowledge
Yeah. Maybe it's one of those that I just don't, like, connect with
with the heroine.
because she's so old.
Maybe.
I feel like you've had comments like that on other, like, fae books.
Well, and that's a kind of a sign that Ali Hazelwood did her character correctly, which is she's
Mhm.
trying to portray someone who's 1,000 years old. And, well, yeah, you did that. Well, are they going to fall in love with someone? Is that even possible when you live that long?
Yeah.
But if I had to have like a negative take on this one,
Mm.
like, or any kind of similar vein, it's that the romance wasn't quite enough,
Yeah.
which I feel like is a kind of a trend in novellas where it's
Mhm.
like you just want more and there's never going to be more.
Yeah.
But a few weeks ago, or maybe a few weeks from now, there will be a pick of the week called Cruel Winter with You, also by Ali Hazelwood.
Oh.
That one, despite being the same length as this novella, had a way more satisfying romance.
Oh, I didn't know they were, say, like, the same length.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
So I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe that does speak to, like, your point, which is she's just the character itself of Ethel is way too old to be believable,
Yeah.
almost.
But it's hard because she is believable to be that old because she's, like, uncanny maybe, where it's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, that's not a human."
Mhm.
Interesting. It's just hard because Ali Hazelwood, I have reread some of her books, like, upwards of,
Mhm.
multi-digit number of times, but this one I don't know that I would, like, read
No,
again,
I wouldn't read it again.
but I'm glad I did. So I don't know how I, like, reason that out.
It's kinda like books like The Night and the Moth or, what's her
Mm.
first book that she did? Rachel Gillig's first book.
Oh, One Dark
One
Window.
Dark Window. Like,
Mhm.
you're glad that you read it. It was a good journey, but you never need to revisit it.
Yeah. That's true. Because it's weird. Because I would use some of the same terms for alchemized, but that one, like, I tell myself I'm not gonna read it again.
Oh, I'm gonna read it again.
But because I don't wanna be hurt. Like, that's like a protective, defensive measure. Interesting.
So, yeah.
See, but I was expecting some kind of, like, hot, slutty, sexy vampire or something. So I was surprised to get a little bit of, like, existential, like, whoa.
I would as I'm always curious on these kinds of, like, setups is I would love to see a gender reversal on the characters.
Ooh.
And see how that would play out.
That would be fun. You've brought it up before, but I don't know that it would sell as well because you have, like, the aloof female character who's like, "No, I know that we're in love." And the guy's like, I don't know about that." And it's like, "No, we're in love." Like, it feels almost like more hostile? I don't know. It's societal norms.
I wonder, have people done fan fictions for Ali Hazelwood's work?
I don't know, but we are about to. I don't actually know how I would look that up.
I don't know that you can look it up.
But it's also a fun full circle moment because a lot of Ali Hazelwood's books started as fanfics.
Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
Well, it's a good read.
Mhm.
It's good for Halloween week. Vampires, Van Helsing, Underworld, Disney.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah, with a touch of existential crisis.
A little bit. From our shelf to yours.
We'll see you on the next page. Hi, readers. Like what you've been hearing? Check out the Spice Archive at notanotherheroine.com to see all of our reviews and ratings. And if you'd like to support our growing library, find us on Patreon and get access to exclusive bonus content.
If you'd like to just listen, we post new episodes every Monday and Wednesday on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Thanks for listening.